his Supreme Court confirmation hearings in 1991, Anita Hill testified that Thomas had pressed her to date him. Here's part of her opening statement.
I thought that by saying no and explaining my reasons, my employer would abandon his social suggestions. However, to my regret, in the following few weeks, he continued to ask me out on several occasions. He pressed me to justify my reasons for saying no to him. These incidents took place in his office or mine. They were in the form of private conversations which would not have been overheard by anyone else.
What did you make of that?
I believe that, like Clarence, she was also parsing her words very carefully.
Why did she have to parse a word?
I assumed at the time when I met Anita Hill and during the time that she was working at the EEOC and during the time that she was at education working with Clarence there, that they had a sexual relationship. That had been my assumption for years.
Based on?
Based on the fact that Clarence asked me to come to the EEOC several times and to meet her and to stand around in the office so that she would see and accept the fact that there was another woman in his life. I hated.
Make her jealous?
No, I hated going to his office. First of all, I was extremely busy, and secondly, the atmosphere in his EEO. I'd never been to his education office when he worked there. I'd never been there. He never asked me to go there. The only reason I went to the EEOC is because he begged me to go there.
For what reason?
He wanted me to make my presence known to Anita Hill so that she would accept the reality that she did not have the same relationship with him that she had had at education.
And that made you think they were sleeping together?
Yes.
Did he lend you to think they were sleeping together?
I never had that conversation with him. He never said that to me.
But you thought they were?
Yes.
Other people thought they were too?
Well, I never asked him if she was sleeping with him. Frankly, I didn't care what they were doing with each other, then or in the past or in the future. I just didn't care. But anyway, so when I went to EEOC a few times, and I never really spoke to Anita Hill. She made sure to stay as far away from me physically as she could. And so that also made me think that what I had assumed was true.
Have you spoken to Clarence Thomas since he got on the court?
Yes.
When?
The last time I saw him and spoke to him was when he gave a speech at Howard University Law School after he had published his memoir. I went up to him afterwards and gave him the copy of his memoir that I had and asked him to autograph it for me. And he was very gracious, and he did.
And that's the last time you spoke to him?
Yes.
More with Lillian McEwen after this.